Good morning, property entrepreneurs. You beautiful, beautiful people. Last night we celebrated the end of Get Up, Give Back 2021, which was just the most amazing experience and a huge, huge success. So again, credit, congratulations and celebrations to everybody that took part. Hopefully you slept well last night and you went to bed on a win, slept like champions, and have woke up this morning probably in one or two mindsets that either you've got a taste for this now, we're firing on all cylinders, you're ready to go, or actually, you know, it's over, maybe you're a bit disappointed the challenge is finished, or maybe even you're glad it's finished and it's time to put your feet up, relax and take your foot off the gas. This is probably a note to myself as much as it is to everybody else. And Get Up and Give Back is over, but this is not the end. This is very much the beginning. And over the last 12 weeks, you will have learned a lot about yourself, the ability to build a strategy, the ability to use a blueprint, and the ability to actually achieve things, whether that was pushing yourself out of your comfort zone physically, mentally, or personally and professionally, going out there and doing things that maybe you haven't done before. Get Up and Give Back is a fantastic example of what you can achieve when you do certain things. Now, that doesn't happen once a year from January through to March normally, obviously a bit later this year. That should happen that you have the ability to do this all year round. One of the many reasons we do this, Get Up and Give Back has two core focuses. The first is to promote mental and physical well-being in property entrepreneurs, and the second is to raise money for charitable causes. Over the last 12 weeks, you've picked up a lot of skills, a lot of ability, and hopefully some self-confidence in what you can achieve if you set your mind to it. Now the challenge is finished. That's not the end. This is the beginning. And the beginning is, for the last 12 weeks, you've been pushing yourself to achieve something for a charity. And hopefully that's given you the confidence, the safety net, the ability to go out and actually do it. Now, however, it's time to switch gears. And now we're going to do it for ourselves, for our relationships, for our businesses, for all the things that we actually want to achieve for ourselves rather than somebody else. And this is actually level 2, because we all know the first person you're going to let down is yourself. And now you've done it for charity, it's time to do it for yourselves. So there's 5 things I would recommend you do from today. When I got up this morning, I was thinking, do I do my steps today? Do I go out and smash it today? Do I get locked into a new challenge today? Hopefully you've all enjoyed the last 12 weeks experience, and I want you to do it again, but just for yourselves. And this is the way that we do it. Success and failure are very predictable, and whilst achieving anything is difficult, when you follow the blueprint and what we teach on Property Entrepreneur and the skills that you've been learning over the last 6 months, 2 years, 5 years, 7 years, however long you've been on Property Entrepreneur, when you put them into practice, you can achieve and you can progress any way you want. So 5 things. The first is the goal. So we've got the next 3 months coming up, next 12 weeks. You have a goal and a target, and in your strategy day, you defined what that is. And it may be that that's the same thing, it may be that you've adjusted it slightly, or maybe you've adjusted it significantly, but there is one thing, and it does need to be one thing, because you can, if you chase 2 rabbits, you'll catch none. There's one thing that you want more than anything else right now in your business, in your personal life, in your progression. That's the first thing we need to lock into. That is your next challenge. That is your next 100 million steps. What is your goal or target? The second thing is human tendency is to fall back to wishful thinking. Human tendency is to fall back to wishful thinking. Turning up and just swinging the bat is what most people do. That is not how you achieve incredible things. We saw Get Up, Give Back. It was steps, it was fundraising, but you will have also seen it was strategy, it was a blueprint, it was step by step. From day one, the success of that challenge was blueprinted. We knew going into it, as long as we did what we needed to do, the outcome was inevitable. The second thing you need to do is create a blueprint. So step by step, what is your blueprint to achieve what you want to achieve? Step by step over the next 4 weeks, 3 months, 12 months, whatever it is, breaking it down, creating the blueprint and doing it step by step. And there's not a single blueprint you need that doesn't exist on Property Entrepreneur. Everything you need is there, whether it's recruitment, marketing, sales, strategy, fundraising, profitability, it's all there. You've been given it all. Find those blueprints, create your plan, and then that is your step-by-step plan as to how you're going to achieve what you're going to achieve in your next challenge, which is for you. The third is a reason why. It was very easy, in sort of air quotes, over the last 12 weeks to get out and do steps because we were doing it for charity. You know, if you can't get out there and do something for charity, then, you know, the odds may or may not be in your favour. Obviously, caveat that everybody else has other stuff going on, but if you can do it for charity, fantastic. The more challenging thing is when you're going to do it for yourself. You need a burning desire. You need fire beneath your feet. You need a reason why. It needs to be on your affirmation boards. It needs to be in your journal. It needs to be the one thing that you vision and think about in the mornings that gets you up and doing it. Being a success, in inverted commas, and achieving things is incredibly difficult. Achieving goals and targets and being successful is incredibly difficult. If you're not passionate about it and you don't have a burning desire, I can tell you now, it is almost impossible. Step 3 is you need a reason why. Why are you doing this? Is it for you? Is it for somebody else? Is it for freedom? Is it for the long game? Is it for you want to live a long, healthy life? What is the reason why you're doing these things? Because if it's for money or it's for the medal, you know, that may or may not get you where you want to get to. But if it's you want to prove yourself to your partner, your family, your kids, you want to create a financial independence for the future, for you, you want to stop working and start playing, whatever it is, you need that reason why, because that's going to be what gets you out of bed. That's what's going to make you pull the trigger. It's not going to be the thing you get at the end. It's going to be the thing that gets you through the journey. The fourth is the flywheel. We're all human beings, the pendulum swings, and if we didn't get up this morning and move on to phase 2, I can tell you what would happen. The next stop would be Boxing Day. We'd all be hungover, we'd be fat, and then it'll be the January gym club ready for get up, give back again. Your flywheel is already going. Hopefully, you've had a life-changing experience with Property Entrepreneur and Get Up and Give Back, and you've got into the shape of your life. You're feeling good. Your energy levels are higher. Your relationships are better. You're sleeping well, and you just generally feel better in yourselves. Now, what happens at the end of a weight cut or a body transformation is what's called the consolidation phase. And this is a really dangerous place because either you'll rebound, you'll stop doing steps, you'll start eating chocolate, and it's an excuse to just take your eye off the ball, or you'll keep that thing going and make the most of it. Step 4 is the flywheel. And the flywheel is the hard bit, is to fire it up. Do you remember week or the pre-training before the 100 million steps and how am I going to get 10,000 steps a day? I don't know if it's physically possible to do 12,000 steps a day. That bit there is the hard bit. Disappointingly though, it's the definition between success and failure because it's the hardest bit and it stops you from getting going. The good thing is you guys have the flywheel going now. You've been getting your steps in, you're in good shape. You're starting to understand the basics of well-being and getting our body into a point where we can make the most of what we're here. There's a whole world to explore and a whole life to enjoy. Why not go out and actually enjoy it? The flywheel is going. Let's make the most of it. Let's keep that momentum going, keep that going. You've been locked into a challenge. You've been enjoying the momentum. You've had the success. Let's bounce straight out of one, straight into the next one and make the most of that opportunity. My signal's just dropping out. Let's give it a second. It's Nottingham in 2021 and we still don't have 3G in the city centre. Amazing. So the fourth one is the flywheel, which is keeping this thing going, keeping the momentum going. You've enjoyed being locked into a challenge. You've enjoyed the success triggers of hitting your steps every day. You've enjoyed the idea there's an end goal at the end. Let's keep it going. Let's not come off the lane. Let's just switch tracks and go and race another game. And then finally is execution. If there's anything can you believe it? It's 2021 and we still don't have 3G internet in Nottingham city centre. Bonkers. Where I was step 4 is about the flywheel. You've got the flywheel going now. You've experienced what it's like to be active, to be fit, to have movement. When motion goes, energy flows. You'll notice that you'll feel better just going out and getting the blood pumping in the morning just by doing some steps. Keep this thing going. You've been locked into a challenge. You've been enjoying chasing targets. You've had a purpose and a discipline and a journey to experience every day. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it moving. Keep that flywheel going. Don't let it slow down, because the hardest thing in the world is to fire up a flywheel. And then finally is execution. If there's one thing that you have proven over the last 12 weeks, is you have the ability to execute. You've got the goal, you've got the strategy, you've got the plan, you've got the reason why, you've got the flywheel going. And then every morning, every day, getting up, focusing on that target and pulling the trigger. Execution is everything. I've been people back in the day used to come up to me and say, why do you teach? Why do you tell people all your trade secrets? Why do you tell people all these things? Are you not afraid that they're going to put you out of business, that they're going to compete with you? I've trained our competition for almost a decade. The reality is, knowing how to do something is one thing. Being able to pull the trigger and execute effectively is a whole different ball game. You guys have proven over the last 12 weeks you are high performers, you are champions, and you know how to pull the trigger and execute. What we need to do now is get that goal, get that target for phase 2. Break it down step by step into a blueprint. Focus on your reason why. Why are you actually doing this? Fundamentally, underriding, what's that burning desire? 4 is the flywheel. It's already moving. Don't let it slow down. Don't take your foot off the gas. Just switch gears. Move into your next 12-week challenge, whatever that's going to be for you and your business and your relationships. And step 5 is execute. Every day, without fail, pull the trigger. You know the plan, you know what you need to do. Go out there and do things and be someone that you can actually be someone that you can be proud of. Do the things you know you need to do, but nobody else wants to go out and do. And at the end of this, you'll have the next experience of success. And every week, every month, every year you do this, it'll get better and better. That's why people stay on Property Entrepreneur for years and years and years, because every year you just move up to the next level. There is no elusive there is no elusive destination. There's just this ginormous world that we live in. There's this privileged, amazing life that we've been gifted. You've got an opportunity now to go and make the most of it. Congratulations to everybody on Get Up and Give Back last night for hitting our target and smashing it out of the park. We're now moving into phase 2. This is the start of your journey. It is not the end. Make the most of this opportunity. You've got the skills now, you've got the confidence, and the flywheel's moving. It's Monday morning, the sun is shining. Why not go out and build yourself a life by design and enjoy everything you do? So I'm behind you all the way, team. Congratulations again. Very proud of everybody that took part. Great to see all property entrepreneurs back at workshops last week, and the spring and summer of 2021 are now ahead of us. Success and failure are very predictable, guys. You know what to do. Smash it out of the park. Much love, and I'll catch you later in the week. Happy Monday.